All right, so today's question of the day comes from Future Sailor Souza. Future Sailor Souza asks, what do you bring for boot camp, Navy boot camp? Now, a lot of people ask me, what do you bring for BMT? Right? BMT, guys, is an Air Force term. Okay, BMT is what the Air Force calls their boot camp. In the Navy, we call ours RTC, Recruit Training Command. Now, boot camp, the word itself, is more associated with Army and Marines because boot camp, it's something that you get a lot of, like, there's a high physical standard to it, right? Whereas the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy doesn't really have high physical standards, right? So we have different terms for ours, all right? So now now in the BMT, in the Air Force, you are allowed to bring more like personal stuff, like you can bring your own toothbrush, toothpaste, like Angry Bird towels or whatever, like, more customized stuff. But in the Navy, you're not allowed to bring any of those, right? When you get to boot camp, they provide everything for you. Now, you pay for everything, but everyone has the same thing. So that's the difference between BMT and RTC. So there are stuff that you should bring personally, like for example, glasses. So glasses you need to bring. Now, I've seen some people with contacts. You're not allowed to have contacts or wear contacts throughout boot camp. So I've seen people have contacts and wear it at nighttime before they sleep so they can write letters for their family. You are also allowed to bring retainers. So make sure you bring your retainer and the little case that comes with it. Also, phone card, if you can get your hands on some phone card, I recommend that. And this is something that you can get at the NEX, the next store that is in boot camp that you have access to. So each time you make a call, it's like 70 cents. So regardless of if it went through or not. So let's say I called 5 people and they all didn't pick up, right? So I still pay $3.50 and each minute is like 10 cents. So it gets very expensive regardless of if you talk to anyone or not. So if you can get your hands on some cheaper phone cards, if you know a buddy at Walmart or Target that can get some employee discount or whatever, so I recommend that. So another thing is your bank account. So your DD, direct deposit form. Right, so what I personally did, I went to my bank, talked to my banker, and I said, hey, I need a direct deposit form, so because I'm going to the military, and he helped me print out my account number, my checking number, and all that, savings number, all that, my bank information. So that's what I did. If you want the exact form number, I'll put a link down in the description. So it's pretty easy process. Basically, what he did, he printed out a voided check. And that's what the process was. You don't want to bring your checkbook. I know it says that in the start guide, but you don't need the checkbook. Maybe if you want to buy photos with a check, but we have credit cards and debit cards for that. So the next thing is bring your wallet. So within your wallet, you want a driver's license or any type of identification. And also your social security card along with your credit or your debit card. The only reason you are going to need your credit or debit card when you're in boot camp is when you need to purchase your photos. Now your photos are expensive, so it can get up to right about on average $300 because it has, you can have your portrait, a big size, and it has a frame. So they have a huge price charge. Because they know everyone wants to buy photos when you're in boot camp because it's like a memories thing. So they also have a yearbook and also like a DVD of your whole graduation. So they have a lot of stuff. In the honest value, the true value of all those is probably like $100 at max. But they charge $300. They need to make some money, right? I guess. So that is one thing that you are going to need your credit debit card for. Now, it helps to have it, so when you get to A school right away, you can purchase a bunch of things that you want, like food and all that kind of stuff that you're not allowed to have when you're in boot camp. Also, towards the end of graduation, you are allowed to purchase Pizza Hut they have, or Taco Bell, or play in the arcade that they have. So that's one way you could use your credit or debit card. Also, you might want to have some cash in it. You don't want to have a lot of cash because someone might steal it in boot camp. So $10, $20, $30 at max, have that in your wallet. At the same time, any type of like family pictures you want to have, like picture of your girlfriend, dog, uncle, family, mom and dad, whatever, I recommend that too. Put it in your wallet. They don't check it. They don't check any of this, right? So it's not my fault for telling you. It's their fault for actually not checking. So next thing is, if you want to have a small Bible, you can also bring your small Bible. Now, you don't want to have a big Bible because number one, there's no place to put it. I know when I was in boot camp, someone had the big Bible and they put it in the garment bag. The garment bag, you're only allowed to have your garments, your clothes in your garment bag. Now, he got in trouble. He got physically punished for it, right? So you don't want to have that in when you're in boot camp. There's no space for it. So you're either going to throw away a Bible or you're going to suffer from lack of space. So next thing, now there's a lot of, I'll put a link down in the description. For females, if you want your makeup products, you can only bring like bare basic makeup products. Also, if your wedding rings, if you're not a citizen, your citizen papers, like alien papers, all that kind of stuff. So there's also like very, very miscellaneous stuff. I'll put a link down in the description of that whole list. An address book. So write down your family phone numbers and also their address when you want to send letters or when you have the chance to call your family from back home. All right, so that is that. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great Navy day.